Hey folks, Nathan here from the Star Wars Timeline Gold and Star Wars Beyond the Films, bringing you a look at something that is not Star Wars on the channel here. Another of these games that I really enjoy, Ascension, the deck building game, also known as Ascension Chronicle of the Godslayer if you're playing it on the app version. Now, I will say the app version is cheaper than the physical version. It keeps track of all your stats. It is incredibly fun. I love the app version, but there's just something to be said for an actual physical card game here. Now, I will say here, this is a deck building game, so it's a little bit different than the Star Wars CCG from Decipher, the Star Wars TCG from Wizards of the Coast, or the LCG from Fantasy Flight Games. You're not doing a lot of setup ahead of time or building decks ahead of time. You're building your decks as you play. Everybody starts on an even playing field. Everybody draws from the same options. Everybody basically comes into this with the same deck, and it changes and morphs as you play. So very quick to set up. Relatively quick to play, really fun, in my opinion. This is the Ascension Deckbuilding game Year 1 Collector's Edition. They've done 2 of these so far. Each one includes the big and slightly smaller set from each individual year of Ascension, so Year 1 and Year 2 in this case, and promo cards from that year. This one is Year 1. It includes the first 2 sets, which are Chronicle of the Godslayer and Return of the Fallen, plus 4 theme packs from the first year, and all the individual promo cards for the first year. By comparison, this is a $100 retail set. I got it for about $65 through Miniature Market, albeit I got their last one, so you'll look elsewhere if you want to find it, but they tend to run about the same price at this point unless you buy it at full retail from somewhere like AscensionGame.com. The 4 theme packs tend to run about $5 each. The individual promo cards tend to run about $2 each. The initial set, the Chronicle of the Godslayer set, 3rd edition, runs about $40 retail by itself. And the second set that's in here, Return of the Fallen, tends to run about $30. So from a value standpoint, it's pretty strong, and it's got some exclusive bits and pieces and types of cards in here that I find worthwhile. So first you have your little tin container. Gives you your information on the back about what's inside. Note there are 346 premium foil cards, and so on as we look here. So we'll pop this sucker open. This is one that's a little bit tough to see just because of the way my tripod is set up here. But you have, maybe I can just lay it flat, your game board. This is a premium game board, a little bit better quality, and it is all foil. So, game board included, instruction manual that deals with the first 2 sets, the first year's sets, because they're all in here. Also, a little bit about the different promo theme packs. Inside, get a nice decorated card box here. Ascension on the side, art, just slips right on inside there. You open this sucker up. They've done a good job of making sure things don't bump around by putting some foam in here alongside the cards. This is all of your honor tokens. Honor tokens are what you earn to win the game. There are a couple different types here, if I can get them both out. There's red worth 5. There is clear there, or white, clear, whatever, worth 1. And there are 70 of those. They call them premium honor tokens, but they're just honor tokens. And it has the bag there to hold them in that is a match color scheme-wise for that game board. We'll see that also in Year 2. And then the cool thing, the best thing, tons and tons of cards in here. So, first, we have dividers, by the way. There are some that don't have labels, the other ones do, so nice mixture there. Everybody starts out with 8 apprentice cards and 2 militia cards, so you have enough here to basically have a 6-player game. So all the cards you need to make some starting decks. You then have your always available cards. These are ones that are always available to be defeated or acquired in the game, which will make sense once you play it. You have a cultist. You only really need the one sitting there of that, plus mystics and heavy infantry. Notice that they're all kind of reflecting here. That is because every single card in here is a premium foil edition. So they are a better quality, if you like foil cards, of cards than what you would get in the regular 3rd edition set or Return of the Fallen set. Speaking of the 3rd edition set, that's where your base set here comes in. and that is the third edition of Chronicle of the Godslayer, the first set, with updated game text, errata fixed, updated way of tracking how many are in the center deck at any given time, and so on and so on. Again, all foil. Nice big set of cards here. You can play Chronicle of the Godslayer by itself. You can play the other set, Return of the Fallen, by itself. You can work in your promos. You can combine them all together. It's a little bit of a mixture here. Then we have the second set, Return of the Fallen, the first sequel here. A little bit smaller set. As was the case with the first 6 sets or so of Ascension, they tended to have one big set and one smaller set each year, though size-wise I'd almost call them large and medium because the small one isn't all that small. So you have your second set there, so 2 full sets here in year 1. And then you're going to have a ton of promo cards here. First you have your regular promo cards. These are ones that were individually available, though you do have multiples of some of these. Each one of these would have been about $2 buying them off of the AscensionGame.com website. Then you have, these are where I get into the ones with no labels on them. You have one of your theme packs. This is the Rat Queen. 2 Rat Queen cards, all the giant rats you need to play with it, instructions on how to work it into your game. You have the Rat King, plays a little bit differently than Rat Queen, but somewhat similar. Again, 2 cards plus the other ones you need to go with it. Then we have the Leprechaun Theme Pack. 3 leprechauns, which are a little bit weird to put into the game, but whatever. 3 leprechauns, how to play, and the Pot of Gold cards that go with it. Again, all still foil. And then your last group here, Samael Claus. Samael's the big villain of the first couple of sets here. So Samael Claus with Samael's Little Helper cards and a pair of Samael Claus to go with it. And you can mix and match these, whichever promo packs, theme packs, promo cards, individual sets you want to put together. You can play it as a game of 1, which is a little bit odd, but it works. A solitaire game all the way up through 6 different players together. Plays very well whether you're playing the one or the other. Introduces some interesting mechanics as you go from one to the other. Fate cards like this one here, the Fate mechanic gets introduced as you go to the second set. Easy to learn, easy to play, fun to play. Yes, the app will keep track of your stats, and it isn't as expensive. But man, playing with the physical cards for this game is really, really fun, in my opinion. I would definitely suggest, if you are looking into getting the game, don't try to pick up the first 2 sets individually or the promo cards individually. If you have the option, pick up this collector's edition set. The price is going to be about the same when it comes down to it, but you're looking at a bag for your honor tokens, the nice container for your cards, the tin, the dividers, and every single card being a foil card. I would highly recommend this release for Ascension, the deck building game from Stoneblade.